Young and the Restless shakeup. Chance ends his marriage to find out what happened to Ashland. What's more, are Devon and Elena really going to cheat on one another again? After Ashland Locke's death, Young and Restless hasn't been doing so hot because nothing else on the show's canvas has been able to hold viewers' attention like the potential bad guy did. Insights for the week. Surefire. I noted it more than once during their scenes together at Newman Media that Nick and Sally have chemistry. Nick defending Sally to his relatives and Sally gaining Nick's esteem by delaying the Ashland narrative provide the foundation for a potential romance. What with Sharon being involved and the history between Nick and Adam, there is a lot of possibility. But will Young and Restless take that risk or avoid the inevitable drama once again? Backfire. If Phyllis and her gang of knaves try to sabotage Diane at work, it could backfire catastrophically, and they will come to regret it. According to Ashley, that's an awful idea. If the idea is uncovered or fails, Ashley will look bad for agreeing to something that could hurt the firm, and Phyllis could lose everything. Nikki stands to lose the least. What if she loses the hotel to Lily, her job at Marchetti, and her friendship with Summer, and Diane ends up with Jack? Red may have been a little too dramatic for the park with her assessment of Phyllis and Diane's fight this week, but she wasn't completely off base. Diane's heroic intervention in the wake of Harrison's loss is deeply ironic given that she intentionally subjected Kyle to similar suffering when he was a toddler. In addition, she was right to point out that Jack had been unfair to Diane while being lenient to herself. Jack is a soft target for Diane since he can be easily swayed emotionally, such as their intimate encounter in the Abbott's living room. Needs a flame-up. Victor's refusal to consider Noah's proposal and his subsequent proposal for his grandson to rejoin the Newman family were hardly shocking developments. With Summer's help, Noah has decided to open his nightclub at the Grand Phoenix, as discussed in their conversation. Meanwhile, Allie seemed unaffected by Noah's caution regarding his grandfather and family, which was commendable and to be expected. In reality, the plot is completely predictable. I find it to be quite boring. They should be immersed in drama up to their eyeballs at this point in their lives. They're instead behaving like they're in their 50s. I mean, what the heck? You can see a mile away what is going to happen with the Chancellor Winters group. The interpersonal strain between Devon and Nate has returned. Amanda is leaving for a long trip, and there is conflict between Elena and Nate about Amani. The stage is set for Elena to visit Devon in need of a sympathetic ear over her relationship with Amani and Nate, and for the two of them to wind up in a clinch. The reason why Nate and Amani's relationship developed over the phone is beyond me on Young and Restless. Simply incredible. Why not act it out on television so that we can see it happening and Elena and others notice in a way that makes us care? Resuming the topic at hand, is Devon really going to cheat on Amanda while her mother is in a coma? This will be the third time Elena has cheated on a significant other in the past. 2 years? Anywho, if there is adultery, the family business Lily loves so dearly will suffer, but will we also get our Who's the Daddy twist this time? Died a death. The loss of Ashland Locke as a potential villain on Young and Restless was felt instantly. A sense of loss pervaded the audience upon tuning in again when they learned he had passed away. At least he keeps on delivering, since now we have an inquiry that will put Chance against Abby's family and threaten to derail their perfect union. It's something I'm interested in seeing. We really need some changes on the soap, not because they aren't a cute couple, because they are. Even though Victor and his offspring are old pros at covering things up, Locke's death has caused quite a stir among the Newmans. Victoria and Nick are suspects in the crime, unless they turn in Dear Old Dad. Nick, meanwhile, must deal with the emotional and potentially legal fallout of being Ashland's murderer. The Harrison aspect of the narrative also played a significant role in Diane's success in gaining Jack's forgiveness, but it did nothing positive for Kyle. He was a tremendous hypocrite, crying over his son's inability to see father again after he had completely cut him out of his life. Lighting matches. Adam is reportedly joining Jack at Javad. Wow, it looks like everyone on this show has switched roles. As much as this may hurt Victor's feelings, I doubt Billy will be pleased. Previously seen as Todd Manning on One Life to Live, Trevor St. John has been cast as a new character on Young and Restless. We don't know if he's a new character or a recast because the whole thing is shrouded in secrecy. I'm crossing my fingers that he's a villain who can step in and replace Ashland. Examine who I think St. John might be facing in this upcoming game.